Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Next Goal Wins. On the hottest day of the year, the only people who've got themselves in a real heated situation seem to be the Leicester City owners. What are they going to do now? Let's talk about who the next manager could be. Like I said then, it's the morning after the night before. We all woke up this morning hoping to pinch ourselves and it all be a dream, but alas, Nigel Pearson is gone from Leicester City. Looks like it's all down to his son's fault really, being involved in that orgy video, so we can only blame him, who at the time we all knew was stupid anyway. But, you know, revelations come out today that apparently Nigel got the call on a phone, not even in person, which is something I don't really like hearing, especially when it's my club. I mean, I laughed at Newcastle when they did it to their players to inform them by phone. And you laugh at that situation, and for it to happen to a club in ours. The most astounding thing is everyone was so excited about next season. We thought we were in this really good piece of time. You know, Nigel could take us on to the next stage. We could build. We've got big name players in Okazaki, 7 million, so on, and it looks like it could all go to pot. It could all go to pot though, really, if we don't get the right manager in. Let's talk about the managers now. Sky Bet, let's go off their odds, or Odds Checker, where everyone seems to have the same. It was Neil Lennon as favourite, still is 2-1. I think he is on Sky at the moment. He was overtaken by Steve Cottrell a few hours ago, which, if we get him in, I mean, we're in serious trouble. To get Steve Cottrell in, he's just won League One, and to get him in as a Premier League manager is an absolute shambles. We can't be stepping 10 steps back like that just because we've got rid of Nigel. It'd be a disgrace if he's the manager next season. Lennon, you know, no managerial experience. Of course, managed Celtic, but that's not Premier League quality. Sorry for you Scots watching, or you Celtic fans watching. It's not Premier League quality really. For Celtic are expected to win the league. Leicester aren't expected to win the league. We'll come up against much harder opponents. I don't think he's obviously a lot of connections with the club. My childhood especially, he was the focal point of our midfield with Izzet, and he got a lot of links like that. A lot of people saying he'll be a bit of a fan's favourite. I think he'll be a fan's acceptance more than a fan's favourite. I think when you look at people like Cottrell and Deitch who's been linked, then you'd take Lennon every day of the week. Deitch was early favourite actually, Sean Dyche. We know the grovel face like that. My team played well. Yeah, that's the last man we want in us. And all the slating he gave us of, well, it's easy when you've got money like Leicester. That's the last person we want in. Cambiasso's a 6, I think. Again, never been a manager before. Obviously would be a bit of a fan's favourite because he is a fan's favourite at the moment. But I'm not sure it's the right way to go. You'd think he'd have the dressing room on his side and everything, but we don't even know if he'll be staying at the club. Links to stay with Villa and everything. So he's at 6s. Gus Hiddink on 6s as well. I mean, I'll be honest, I talk about the odds at the moment. There's no point in me saying the 6s and stuff. The betting companies have got no idea. They're just throwing names around. But yeah, Hiddink looks at 6-1. Obviously just left Holland yesterday when we sat Pearson. It's got nothing to do with that. I can't see Hiddink coming to us, and more importantly, he's ageing now, and I know he was brilliant at Chelsea and they wanted him to stay on, but he might not be the same manager now. At 10s, it's David Moyes. Moyes, obviously infamous his stint at Manchester United after what people would class a successful period at Everton. So it was successful in the sense that he kept him in the Premier League, and so, but it wasn't successful that he never won a trophy, and obviously disappointing at Man United, and really hasn't built on that at Sociedad, finishing mid-table last season. Sociedad should be finishing higher. I know he took them over in the relegation zone, but Moyes, I don't know, a lot of fans saying they'd take Moyes. I'm not saying I'd be keen on him, especially when he comes back with this reputation from his last job as United. But then again, like I said, better him than Cottrell or Deitch. Who have we got after that then? We've got a few names, you know, the usuals. Vary Redknapp's. We don't want Redknapp. Redknapp bottled a ship at QPR. Hardly keeps teams in the league unless it was Tottenham. Di Matteo did well at Chelsea. Not so well when he got his next big job. But West Brom didn't do very well. But then got back at Schalke. Did do well at Schalke. He was actually a bit unlucky to get sacked, really. I know a lot of fans are saying he didn't do well at Schalke, but he did do alright at Schalke. And then we get into silly territory, you know, the Jurgen Klopp's at 16-1, ridiculous. I mean, O'Neill's there again, 16-1. Every time there's a vacancy, he's linked. Laudrup, 16s. I'd take Laudrup. Laudrup's a good manager at Swansea. I know he had that really bad patch before he left, but I'd take Laudrup at Leicester. Realistically, I can't see being anyone outside the top kind of few, apart from a marquee manager. I can see the club either going safe in the aspect of going an Allardyce, a Lennon, but Allardyce, I don't know, apparently he's rejected it. I can see it being maybe one of them, an Allardyce or a Lennon. Allardyce, we know, will probably keep us in the division. But would he want the job? He said he's taken a year off. Who knows? But yeah, you think he'd keep us in the division. They could go that way. A Lennon, bit unproven, but at least he'll get the fans back on their side, a bit of a board. But the board have got a lot of answering to do for. I mean, it's a complete snap judgment off morals, and no footballing reasons have been taken into account. When we really look at it, let's say we've played 3-5-2 at the end of last season. The new manager could come in and not want to play a 3-5-2. That's the first real problem we've got, because if we can't adopt that formation, we've got too many players who now are suited to that formation and playing it well. We've got a lot of problems that could happen with this new manager coming in. As like I said, the formation's one, the players, who knows what the players must be thinking about this. If Nigel didn't know, the players aren't going to know. Reporting back in on Monday will be very interesting. People like Schmeichel, you think said he had a really good bond with Pearson. Cambias, obviously, no one knows if he's going to sign now. It looks unlikely. All the players, Vardy, his head could be turned. You wouldn't have thought so under Pearson. But all these players, I mean, there's a few people I imagine be quite happy. Kramrich might get a bit more game time now. Now Pearson's gone, but you know what I mean. It's still surreal to think today we're looking for a new manager before a successful Premier League season. Yeah, I can't really say any more. I'm still shocked, and let's be honest, all of us looking at that list of potential managers, it hardly ensues any kind of confidence. I mean, for Cottrell to be up there as a favourite is baffling. I mean, if he's anywhere near the job, then season tickets will be getting refunded. But you know, it's we've got to move on now. Nigel's not at the helm anymore. We've got to move on as a club. The club isn't dictated to one man. The club's bigger than one man, and it's about us, the fans. Whoever comes in, you know, obviously we'll back them, but you can only back someone so much, and if we get someone like Cottrell in, we know he'll be unsuccessful. So like I said, it could be anyone. It could be a complete foreign manager who either we've never heard of, or we pursue away from a big club. I mean, who knows? You'd hope the Ties would have a bit of ambition. Like I said, their next move's crucial. They've got a lot to answer for fans. One, we want an explanation on what really happened, not Sky sources. We want them to talk to us, because if they want the fans on their side, they need to be honest about this. Anyway, that's what I think should happen now, stages moving forward. I wouldn't mind seeing Allardyce, just for the phase we're in at the moment. At least he'd keep us there for a few years. And of the people available, there's not really anyone else I fancy. Laudrup maybe, obviously Klopp and people, but I think that's ridiculous. So anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this 24-hour of turbulence that we've all had to go through. It's never easy being a Leicester City fan, is it? Anyway, the roller coaster will continue. Please like the video. Subscribe to me for more daily videos. I'll catch you in the next one.